Welcome to the Vermilion Podcast, a free audio library of business strategies, creative inspiration, and industry knowledge for actors, filmmakers, writers, and anyone looking to activate their creative potential. I'm Misha Calvert, a writer-director who helps artists build the careers that they dream of. I really hope that this podcast inspires you in some way. Thanks for tuning in. I have a really special guest with us here this week. Haley Dixon is an actor and social media star and a really wonderful friend and person. And I'm so excited to talk to you today, Haley. How are you?
Well, thank you for that. I'm really good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited for a new year ahead and really
Yes.
feeling jazzed up creatively, but most of all, excited to talk to you and catch up.
I know it's been so long. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I first met you over the summer.
Yes, in July actually.
Yes, and
Yes.
you are so catch me up on what has changed since then. I know you're based in the LA area, but what like catch us up on kind of the bullet points of who you are and what you're doing right now.
So basically, I started even just my acting um era just with you and your class, which was super fun, by the way. I recommend that to anybody who wants to.
Thank you.
Um, and then after that, shortly after that, I actually did a short film that comes out this year, actually, that I'm very excited to have everybody see. And, doing your program definitely like helped me with that short film. I was more comfortable in myself to do it because that was kind of my first one, really. So I got to do that, which was really fun. And then after that, starting fall, it's my second year of college, which has been really fun. I've been very, you know, excited to be out there again. And then I'm back home for the holidays, which has been really nice. And I just want to get more into acting, especially in 2026. So that's why connecting with you some more is very exciting because I hope to do more things with you this year.
Wow, that it's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for saying all that. I'm thrilled about the short film. This is the first I've heard about it.
Yes.
Uh, I want to I want to touch on that, and then I want to talk about your other career on TikTok.
Mm.
But first, how did you go about, since you're so new to acting, how did you go about securing that short film booking?
I came across it actually on TikTok, which is, big platform, so I'm always on there. And that's where I came up on it, and they were looking for actors. And it was actually around LA in the OC. So I was like, oh, that's pretty local. So let me just try it out. And I remember I was just like reading through it in the story, which I actually really liked. And then I auditioned for it and I sent it in, and they really liked it. So then I got in contact with the creator, and she basically said that she would love me in the short film, and I was thrilled about it. And then I just went to do it, and I made some really great friends and great experiences with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Wow.
excited for it.
Okay. Okay. So acting, I want to talk about TikTok. You said it was a really big platform for you. You
Yes,
have almost 500,000 followers.
yes, insane.
What it's so insane. What
Yeah.
happened? Like, how did you do that?
Um, it's kind of a funny story. So I used to be someone who never really posted. Yeah, I had private accounts, just my friends. And then once like Euphoria got really big and Sydney Sweeney got huge, just like as an actress, people kept coming up to me and say, "You look just like that actress." And I didn't know who she was at the time. And I was just like, "Oh," and I've never seen the show. And people just always tell me that. And then one day, actually, my mom and sister, they're like, "You look just like her. Like, why don't you just like post a video? Just see what happens." Right? So I was like, okay. So I switched my account to public. And mind you, I had like just my friends. So it was a very small following. And I posted an 8-second video. And literally within minutes, it started to blow up. And it was kind of like an overnight thing. So I was literally had nothing. I posted the one video the next day. I was having thousands of followers, thousands of likes, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, this has never happened to me before. So then from then on, people just found it so interesting that I just kind of made it a habit and kind of a career going that way, just doing that. And to this day, people are just amazed with it. So it really worked out, but it was just an overnight thing, basically, which is crazy.
You were an overnight sensation.
Yes, which is kind of insane.
Okay. So, on the whole, are you happy about this or do you have mixed feelings?
Oh, I'm happy about it. I mean, I definitely have opened a lot of doors, like meeting you. This just the TikTok alone really helped me meet you and meet other people and just everything like that. So definitely, I loved how everything worked out because it really got me to where I am today and really just opened doors for me. So
Does it get annoying posting all the videos?
actually, no. I feel like you would think so, but no, I think it's just like I do it so much. I've kind of gotten very used to it, and it just becomes more, it's fun, but also kind of like a job. So I kind of just like really work it as that, and I have fun doing them, so I really have nothing to complain about. So
Wow.
yeah,
I love that attitude. And have you been able to monetize your work on the platform?
yes. So that's been really nice too. I couldn't for the first half, and that was just more of just for fun and just to get it out there. And then eventually I started getting eyes on me. So then I was like, okay, let's start to do something about it. Let's transform this into something that I can work with.
That's awesome. Did you have anyone advising you for that, or did you just figure it out on your own?
I had to just figure it out on my own.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you doing like brand sponsorships, or do you get paid by TikTok if you're kind of,
I do get paid by TikTok.
wow.
Yeah. So that's very nice. That definitely helps me with a lot of things. And for brands, I've done like little things in the past. I do want to also this year do more of those, kind of get myself more out there than I am, and just kind of basically, I just want to keep building off of everything and just keep going further and further. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow, that's really inspiring. I know with my TikTok posts,
Yeah.
which do not get that many views, but sometimes mostly it's positive comments,
Mhm.
but sometimes the comments are absolutely savage.
Yes, people are
How,
very brutal on the
yeah,
internet.
how do you handle that? How do you deal with that?
Um, I honestly don't want it to like get to me. There isn't really a lot of negative comments that I get, which I'm thankful for, but you know, everybody has those few. So when it comes to those, I honestly ignore it, and I really don't let it get to me because it's like I'm doing what I want to do, and I don't really let people say one thing, one bad thing about me, and then have it affect what I do in the future or affect how I feel. So that's kind of what I do. I just think about what I want to do and I just ignore everybody else. So,
Wow, you put blinders on and block
yeah,
them out mentally.
yes, basically. So anybody who supports me, I support them. It's a two-way street. I'm not going to deal with anybody who's negative towards me. I'm not going to be negative back. I'm just going to ignore you. But if you support me, I will gladly support you. It's like that.
I love
So,
that. Right, because they came to your page.
yes.
So if
Yeah.
there's beef, it's because they started it.
Yeah. I try not to deal with that, especially like in the public eye. You never want to like say things back to people. Like it's better just to ignore them. Yeah.
That is a very Sydney Sweeney response.
Oh, it is,
So
I guess. Yeah.
I have to ask, how has the controversy for her surrounding her affected you?
Um,
Or has it affected the brand at all?
I would say not as much as you would think. Um,
Because you're
I think
just an
people.
impersonator, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, that's the kind of the thing. So it's like, I remember when everything happened, I was like wondering how that was going to go for me because, people like to either put us together or separate us. It depends on how you view it. But most people see me as myself, which I'm thankful for. Um, so it hasn't really been too bad. And I'm actually very happy about that because these like people who, follow me and see my page, I want them to know it's like because you're following me. So they've still been supportive, which I do appreciate. So it's been really good.
Yeah, I mean, you have plenty of amazing qualities just in and of
Thank you.
yourself without being compared to Sydney Sweeney. So,
Thank you.
um,
But
but we love the impressions.
yeah, no, it's really fun and it's still it's really nice to be compared to her in, in ways and it's flattering in a lot of ways, So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to avoid the controversy around her. I have to say my opinion of her has steadily waned every
Mhm.
time she's kind of weighed in the public sphere. And I have hope though. I have hope that she can kind of make some more intelligent PR decisions in the future.
Mhm. Yeah. We will see how it all goes this year. So,
We'll
looking
see.
forward to it though, yeah.
Do you find your follower count spiking whenever a new season of Euphoria comes out?
Yes. Yeah. Especially when the trailer dropped. The new trailer. People there was like a small clips of her in it and people would screenshot that and send it to me like recreate this look, recreate it. And I was like, it hasn't even come out yet. But definitely people love the her Euphoria looks more than anything else. So when I
I
do
mean,
that, it's huge.
yeah, her Euphoria looks are utter fire.
Yes. So people love it. So definitely when the new season comes out in a few months, we will see how that goes. I'm gonna do it and it's probably gonna be a huge, huge thing.
I feel like what you're doing is more honest than the way that Sam Levinson stole Euphoria from Petra Collins. Like you're just very upfront
Uh,
about it. You're like, I'm gonna do her look.
yeah.
Here's her look. Here it is. This is me doing
Mhm.
Cassie's look.
So yeah, just straight up with it. Yeah. It's kind of what I do. I mean, I just like it and I was like, this is really good. So let me just try it, put it out there and see how people react to it.
I feel like if Sam Levinson had done that, um he would probably be able to avoid the bad rap that he's gotten.
Yeah, probably.
You
I
know
mean,
that whole thing, right?
I know bits and pieces of it, not the whole like,
Well, HBO hired Petra Collins
yeah.
to create Euphoria. And then
Mhm.
after she had created the entire season book and the entire concept, they were like, actually, you're probably too young. But so no, you don't get the job anymore. And
Yeah.
then Sam Levinson, who had brought her to HBO, was like, "Oh, thank you very much. I'll take all the work you did and I'll make the show."
Yeah. That's that's not great, but we'll see how it continues to go. But yeah.
So creatively,
Mhm.
what do you have cooking as you yourself, your original work, your original ideas? Like what's cooking for you?
Um, Basically, okay, so for social media wise, obviously continuing with the looks, but I also want to just do more of just my life, myself, kind of, and also with the short film coming out and any acting that I do within this year, I want to capitalize on that as well. So I kind of want to do what I've always done in my base point, but also adding to it and adding another side of me and just everything that I'm doing in life. So I do want to have a mix of that. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And also maybe transferring that from TikTok to also my Instagram platform.
Yeah, because I
So I
noticed
want
your
to grow.
Instagram, you have, I don't maybe 34,000 followers, but
Yeah, it's not as big as TikTok. I definitely focus more on TikTok, but like I said, I do want to kind of balance it out this year
yeah.
and see what happens with that as well.
So for everyone listening who maybe is stretched thin across multiple platforms,
Mm.
what would be your advice for trying to build on, more than just one platform at a time?
I would say just keep posting. I think that's a huge thing is consistency and find something that you're good at and that you want to do and find something that really draws people in. And then when you have that, whatever it is, continue to post it on multiple platforms because if you post on Instagram, doesn't always mean it's going to reach audience on TikTok
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Or
Or
YouTube.
yes, any of that. So I'd say just start posting on all platforms and eventually more and more people will see you the more you do it and eventually you will grow. So consistency, I would say, is key.
Yeah, that's brilliant advice. Because
Thank
I'll
you.
sometimes have a video that'll get like 2,000 views on YouTube, and the same
Mhm.
thing got 200 views on TikTok.
Yeah. It's just they're different audiences. You just gotta put it out there. So it's like that 2,000 people saw it, but also with posting on the other platform, 200 more people saw it. So really just putting it out there will definitely just help.
Yeah. And do you don't have anyone like agencies kind of helping you navigate this space? You're just totally figuring it out yourself?
For social media, yes. I'm kind of just on my own right now, just trying to figure out how to do things. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Um, and as far as the acting goes, do you think that your constant presence, like constantly making videos, constantly in front of the camera, even if it's your phone camera,
Mhm.
how has that informed you as an actor?
It definitely makes me more comfortable in front of the camera. I will say that. I know it's a little different, actual camera versus phone camera, but the concept is the same. So if you know how to work with the camera and talk to people through the camera or while the camera's watching you, it's definitely helped for sure. Because I started doing this the end of 23. So it's been a little while, yeah. And then just continuing to do it really just makes me more and more confident and comfortable than how I would be if I just stepped into acting or anything like that blindly.
Hmm.
So definitely that. So anybody who I would say wants to do, any acting or just anything like that, start with just your phone camera.
Mm.
Like work with it, work with the angles and work with the editing and working with just how you should be talking comfortably. So I would say that.
And one thing that I worry about, I've recently upped my social media game as well, and I've gone through
I've seen that. It
periods.
looks
Yeah,
great, by the way.
thank you. Thank you. Well, that's Vermilion.
hmm
I'm going to be rebranding my personal social presence early in the new year. But yeah, Vermilion, we've been aiming to try and get one post out a day, even if it means recycling posts, which, apparently doesn't matter that much on TikTok. But as long as they're like older.
hmm
But I do worry about saying something wrong, like saying something offensive in a
hmm
video. Like I had an old post about being off book for your auditions, which I still stand by. I think it's
Yeah.
better to be off book than not. And I got utterly flamed with hate comments because SAG had actually changed their rulings on asking actors to be off book for auditions. So
Really?
there was a change in the union rules after I made that video. And
hmm
my team didn't know it and they reposted the video and many people were very angry with the implicated message of that like actors don't mean anything and that, they should just memorize like dozens of pages of audition material, which is not what I said at all. But
hmm
apparently that's a problem in LA with casting directors sending out last minute auditions due like the next day and it's 20 pages of material, which I think is it's just a terrible way to go about auditions and you're not going to get a good result. But anyway, I took the post down because I don't want to be seen to be violating union rules, obviously.
hmm
Um, but what do you worry about that? Do you worry about like saying something offensive and then having to like do damage control about that?
Yes. I mean, I've just not even just with me, but I've also just seen it with other creators and other people. They might just say something, even if it's not bad, there are people who will turn it the wrong way and use it against you. And then they'd have to, fix the problem of what, is being addressed. And and sometimes it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
There are things that people will say, even if sometimes it's probably things they shouldn't, but other times it's just not as bad as people make it out to be. And then for that kind of like ruins their careers or ruins their look and it takes a long time just to get back to where they were. So definitely on social media, I more careful with like what I post, if I'm what I'm saying, because I just don't want, yeah, I don't want to offend anybody, but I also just don't want to like be here and then get knocked down and then build it up again. It's a lot of work and you just, it's hard when people get offended. So you really got to back up and just like, okay, let's figure this out, make everybody in a way happy.
Yeah, and I guess it depends on the kind of account that you're running from the beginning.
Hmm.
Again, consistency.
Yeah.
Because if you're, I follow some pretty highly charged political accounts on the left, people who are really angry a lot of the time and
Hmm.
talking about some of them are just like throwing out their opinions on what they think is going on a global scale. So I wouldn't call them conspiracies, but like
Yeah.
they're unfounded kind of theories. Um, and people love it. Like their audiences, they seem to really like the powerful emotion from these accounts. But I guess it's like, is that the kind of account you're running? And you want to build from the beginning. Like it's good to have the same kind of account in the end as you do in the beginning,
Hmm.
so that your audience kind of knows what to expect.
Yeah. Definitely. If how you built it at first, you definitely want to keep that throughout your entire run of, social media. Even if you decide to change things, I would say still keep the base because the people who follow you because of the reason that you started.
Yeah.
So keep the base and then you could add to it, and then that way you can have a mix. Because if you just get rid of what you started, people are just gonna be like, well, then why am I following you? Because you're not the same person or you're not doing the same thing as when I followed you. So then that can also lose people and it's a lot. But
Well, on that note, do you think that semi-stardom on TikTok has changed you? To your friends and family, are you still the same Haley Dixon that you were?
I will say I am. I'm a very humble person. Not that it's anything crazy, but um I would say I'm still the same person. I do the same things as I always did. The only difference is that I post publicly now and I have people, commenting to me and coming up to me in public, stuff like that. That's the only difference. But other than that, I'm still the same person.
You
Yeah.
have people coming up to you in public?
Yes.
What
I
do they
do.
say?
There was this one time I was at this coffee shop and I was with my mom. And we're having breakfast and these two girls like were like eyeing me. And then they come up to me and they're like, "You're Haley Dixon. You're the girl from TikTok." And I was like, "What?" Like, yeah, I am. It was a really crazy thing and they just were talking to me and they're like, "I loved your videos and what you do is great." And I was like, "Well, thank you so much." And we just like ended up having a conversation for like 5, 10 minutes. They were super sweet, but stuff like that, it's crazy. And then honestly, everywhere I go, people will stop me just to tell me that I look like Sydney Sweeney. Like everywhere I go. It's kind of funny. And you would think I'm kind of used to it, which I am, but at the same time, it still shocks me every time. Like people are just like coming up to me, tapping me, and they're like, "Hey, like, just want to say, like, you look like her, or do you ever get told you look like her?" And I'll just talk to these people, but it's really nice. So I've met a lot of people just from that reason alone. So yeah,
Incredible.
yeah.
Two films or shows, projects of Sydney Sweeney's that you would love to do, and two that you would hate to do if it
Hmm.
was you as the actor.
Let's see. I did just watch The Housemaid. I did really like that one. So I would love to do that one because I love that like thriller, kind of like what's going on thing. That was really cool. Um, let's see. Euphoria, I'm in the middle because I do like the show, but I probably would not be comfortable with doing a lot of things
Mm,
that she does as the actor.
yeah.
So I'm not really sure where I'd go with in that. Um, I think the Christie movie that she did was really cool. I think that's very different. So I
Hmm.
think that would be a challenge, which would be really fun. And let's see. Yeah, I think I just like definitely do those two. But then Euphoria
Did
is
you
just incredible.
see did you see Immaculate?
I did see that one. That one was that one was interesting. I liked it, but yeah. Did
Maybe that goes in the no pile.
I would say probably not. It was still a good movie, but I probably personally wouldn't do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what would you? Would you do that one?
Would I play her in Immaculate?
Hmm.
I'm a bit old to play that part now.
You can
No
do
one,
it.
no one wants to see me in as a sexy nun. But I don't know, maybe. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think, let's see, what's one role of hers that I would actually like to play? The Christie one looks pretty fun.
Yeah. I think that would be fun
Yeah.
for sure. It's different and it's got to really work for that one. The training and everything, I think would be fun.
We love a female athlete.
Exactly. I think it'd be great.
Also, the hair, the wig was pretty incredible.
It was, wasn't it?
So, are you feeling any sort of turbulence in the acting market, or are you so new to it that you're like, I don't know what's going on, I'm just here?
A little bit of both, I would say. Like, I have an idea, especially with your class that I took in the summer program, really helped me. Like, okay, this is what I should do, this is what I shouldn't, this is what these mean, this is what doesn't, you know? So I definitely learned a lot from your class. Um, but also, I am so new that I'm also like hesitant. I'm like, I don't really know exactly which way I should go because that industry changes so much. So when I think I know what's happening, something changes, and I'm like, okay, so what does this mean now? And especially doing it um alone, like getting there, it was just like kind of a little intimidating, but at the end of the day, I still want to do it. So I'm gonna figure it out and
Yeah.
I'll ask people for help, you know. I'm not afraid to do that, so I will gladly help anyone and they can help me.
Amazing. Do you have an agent or are you self-submitting at this point?
I was, and then I did get a manager, which was she's been great. She's with Lord Talent, and it's been really great. Um, I actually showed you headshots and everything, so that's been really nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So definitely, I haven't done anything this past like few months because of just school, but and I am with her and I'm definitely going out back out there. So at least I have her with me, which is great because I'm not completely alone. So it's
And
been really
how did you land that manager?
um actually I met her with when I was doing my headshots. And we just got to talking and everything and I was like looking through her stuff because she was trying to like she needed more pe or not more people, but a certain like my look type of person. So she's like, you'd be great. And I was like, okay. We talked for a little bit, but then I did my research and I looked more into her and I contacted some of other reps that she's doing and they all said she's great. And eventually I just did a Zoom call with her, more talking, and eventually I landed it and she was like, I'd love to have you. And I was like, great, because I'd love for you to have me. And that's basically how it went. It was a little bit of a process, but it wasn't too bad and it was really good though.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Uh, I guess if you had any pieces of advice for actors who are wanting to expand their social media, feeling maybe pressure to have a
Mhm.
large following, but maybe they don't even like posting, like what would be your advice for somebody like that?
I would probably just say definitely post. I used to be one of those people though who didn't really like to post, but if you want to be an actor, if you want to just be have that, you know, platform, the only way you're going to get there is by putting yourself out there. And speaking for someone who didn't want to post, doing it will help. It will become natural, become consistent. It'll get easier. You'll put yourself out there in any way,
Yeah.
whether it's social media wise, you can make other friends who are, creators that can help you. You can find people who are actually like, do indie films or do anything like that who might want you to be an actor in their, short films. So I would just say just post, put yourself out there. It is uncomfortable at first, especially if you don't like doing it,
Yeah.
but eventually it will work out.
Especially because your videos, I'm not saying they have no preparation, but they're like in your bedroom with a single ring light and
Yeah.
very low key, very casual,
Mhm.
natural, like not, there's not a lot of setup.
Yeah. That's why I say it's you don't need to do a crazy amount of stuff just to post videos. It can be something so simple, which I do, and it works out for me. And, you don't have to have the best camera, the best lighting, as long as it's like good quality and you do something that you can tell that you're passionate about
Yeah.
and that reaches the right audience, you will be perfectly fine and it'll work out.
That's really inspiring.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, I hope everyone follows you on TikTok and Instagram. Can you give us your handles?
Yes, so Instagram, it's at Haley_Dixon 4.
And TikTok is the same?
Yeah, it just doesn't have before. It's just Haley_Dixon.
Okay, great. Well, everybody follow Haley right now.
Thank you.
I do. And we also have more to expect from your Instagram in
Mm,
2026.
absolutely.
I'm mostly on Instagram, so that's where I spend most of my time.
I know I see everything on the Instagram. I love it. I like every time I see it, I'm like locked in. I'm like, what are we talking about today?
Oh,
I
for
love it.
Vermilion?
Yes, even just your own personal account. I just like what's going on in your life. I find it so interesting.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a pretty interesting life, but
you
I've
do.
also I've lived a long time and I just got a lot of irons in the fire at this point. So,
Mm. Yeah,
but
well,
thank you so much for joining us today, Haley. It's such a pleasure to talk to you and catch up.
well, thank you so much for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yes, me too. And can't wait to see what you do next and can't wait to keep supporting you as an actor and as a creator.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
The Vermilion podcast is sponsored by Vermilion, a home for artists. We offer classes, coaching, and community for creatives and innovators in the arts. If you're ready to find your voice and build the life of your dreams, we're here to support you every step of the way. Check out clubvermilion.com and schedule a free call today.